know your views about what we just discussed. I mean, the hues and cries that religion has created today in the country, that is has a widespread to millions of people and trouble them in their daily lives. How would you like to comment on that?
You mean precisely which issue you are having in mind?
As in general, I mean, when we talk about civil riots or wars on the name of religion, where people shout out propagandas, that is what I'm asking. I mean, how does, as a priest, I mean, how does it affect you, spiritually and psychologically? How devastating is it?
You see, actually, as I said, all religions, they profess and preach and teach peace and tranquility, coexistence. All. But unfortunately, what we see is quite the opposite. So the simple people, say for example, I can tell you for the church, the simple people living in villages, those may not be much educated, but they are really troubled. What is going on around us? Instead of living in peace, supporting each other, helping each other, issues are coming up like anything, no? Say, I can pinpoint one, conversion and reconversion. We have in the Constitution, it's very clearly said, every Indian citizen is free to practice, profess and propagate his religion. And we have another judgment of the Supreme Court. If that clause, Article 25 of the Constitution, is misused, if somebody is doing something by force, fraud or allurement, it is punishable, it's criminal. In the second part of it, I would say, if someone has the freedom to accept a new religion, and after sometimes he would like to have a change in another religion, why should we find fault with them? Absolutely no. So that's what we say. Respect the freedom, respect the individuality, live in peace and harmony. That is what is needed.
Thank you, sir.
What is going on is absolute nonsense. Yeah.
And on that note, again, I would just like to ask you, how does it feel to be associated with such a magnanimous platform called Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad? How do you think, how instrumental is it in sensitizing the youth, basically?
See, what I say, that's why towards the end of my speech I said, this student parliament should be the light for India and the salt for India. You can mold the youth who will be molding in turn the future of the country. In that way, Mr. Karat family and all of you are doing a wonderful service to the nation, which will be appreciated in a large scale in times to come. And I can assure you, the full support from the Christian side, especially from the Catholic Bishops' Conference of India. Thank you.
Thank you.